Halloween and horror, served chilled.
Shocktails.
Just back in, it's the manager of the punk band Garbage Donuts. It's our master of ceremonies, Johnny Thunder.
What's up, genius? How you doing?
What's going on, man? I love that.
Love
the title, though. Love that. That kicks ass.
Garbage Donuts?
Yeah, the psychobilly.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, punk, psychobilly, whatever you want to call it.
Absolutely. Well, why don't we get to today's special? What am I serving up today? A review of what are we covering?
Killer Kites.
Wow, Killer Kites. The best thing about this flick is the title. So the plot is about when Abby's grandma dies, the only thing she inherits is a stupid kite. After giving it to her brother, he is mysteriously killed and the kite disappears. While searching for the truth, she's tangled in a strange supernatural plot where the killer kite continues to, guess what, Chris? Kill. Yes. Now Abby must string together a way to stop the kite before it blows us all away. So this movie is interesting in the sense that its budget is probably the same as the salary that I get paid from Chris and The Last Bar on the Left, which would be what, Chris?
You get what? I just give you a raise and bumped you up to like $3.35 an hour.
I think 0% of 0% of increase of zero is still zero.
So I can't do the math on that. 40 hours a week or whatever you put in over here. But
I was gonna say, that would be zero. That would be zero. Don't take your shoes off. I don't need to smell that through the radio. So anyway, the idea of like a movie about a killer kite, I was like automatically like, wow, this is awesome because it's a killer kite. I mean, how ridiculous. So the movie's about a little over an hour long, and it's not exactly the best flick I've ever seen. Now, there are some high spots. It's intentionally a comedy. It's supposed to be over the top. Not all the jokes obviously work. It's completely low budget. There's a couple things that are funny here. There's this running gag of a TV reporter covering the killer kite, and every time they show him, they have like some nonsense like under his title, which is kind of funny. Like they'll say like, Brock something live, and it'll be like, he has more testicles than you want to ask about. Or like, he'll just mention that he's live now after he just spent the whole night at the strip club. So like, that's kind of funny. The effects themselves are ridiculous. At certain times, like characters are just standing there and all of a sudden this kite just appears behind them. But overall, it's not anything necessarily that I would recommend. However, maybe this gets the filmmakers a little bit of exposure. Maybe they can get a little more funding in the future, because I would definitely love to see a high budget killer kite movie. I mean, you have a killer kite that can control. It's a Nazi killer kite, by the way. Did I mention that? It can control other kites, and they show up at this bread convention and it starts killing everybody at this bread convention. There's a joke using one of our favorite words, by the way. The bakery is named a certain word that we love to use all the time. Billy Butcher uses it all the time on The Boys.
Just quit being a cunt, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not going to say it here, but it actually made me laugh out loud. So overall, if you see it for free somewhere, I might check it out, but I wouldn't necessarily go seeking it out. Like I said, hopefully this gives the writers, the actors, the producers kind of a sizzle reel to try to get some future projects green lighted. Overall, I don't know that this is the scariest movie I've ever seen, the best movie I've ever seen. It's kind of barely a movie, but again,
What's it run?
What are you going to do? Like an hour 12.
Okay, so there you go. At least don't make it a 2 hour.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said,
keep it tight.
Yeah. And it happened.
It's a thing. Where can it be streamed? Where can the kids go out and check it out if they were so inclined?
Well, there's also funny. They make a self-deprecating joke about somebody was bitching about renting a video on Prime for 99 cents. So I'm guessing you might want to check there. I don't know. I got a screener, so probably check Prime or other outlets like Tubi or something like that.
Scour the interwebs out there, kids.
I'm going now. Heaven help you.
Please subscribe, like, comment, and share before leaving the bar. It costs you nothing, but it's a huge help.